Hello, and welcome back to Danganronpa Another 2. Last time, Setsuka was very brutally slaughtered, and now we're going to be investigating it, and holy cow, it is just, this is the most brutal death in any of these games ever, period, that I've seen. Who knows, Chapter 4 might be worse. It better not be. Wow, that is that graphic. When I was like, oh, haha, someone's gonna die here, I did not think that they would be sacrificed and have all of their body parts cut off. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Setsuka didn't even do anything to deserve that. Ugh. Whoever killed her, I hate them. Yeah. Okay, let's just investigate, I guess. Turia looks like he has something he wants to say. Turia.
Huh? Sora? What's wrong?
Well, I was wondering if you knew anything about the case. Especially since you weren't with us throughout today, along with a few others.
I feel sorry about that, but I didn't find a clue about your innocence yet. But I'll come back once I fully regain my memories and learn the truth about you.
That's all good, but the class trial comes first.
You're right.
No.
Actually, there was something weird that happened while I was doing the item check today. I was doing my daily checkup for each area this morning, but something was off with the infirmary. You know that they keep blood packs in the refrigerator there, right?
Okay, so that's why there's so much blood. So I was like, no human can have that much blood. That doesn't, unless there's like another person dead that we just didn't realize. But everyone's accounted for, so no.
Well, somebody took all of them.
All of them?
Yeah, just yesterday they were all definitely there. That's not all. The medical kit with the bandages, ointment, and antibiotics. Somebody took all of that as well. But when I came back this afternoon, they were back there in its place.
But the blood packs were still missing.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you guys right away, but with the murder yesterday night, I wasn't in the right mind to tell you. If I knew a murder like this would happen this soon, I would have told you immediately.
Calm down. There's no proof that the culprit used those blood packs, so don't blame yourself. If the medical kit was returned soon after, maybe someone other than the culprit needed it for a moment.
You're being considerate, as always. Thanks, but I feel like this might be related to the case, so maybe my account could help us out in the trial.
For someone to take the blood packs, could it be the work of the culprit? Yeah, I mean, this is not all Setsuka. A lot of it is hers, but the whole going up the hallway, I think that was part of the blood packs. It may be important. I should write this down. Like, I still think somehow the parade is part of it. I don't know why. Like, I think they somehow got her in one of those suits. Oh, Hibiki. Oh, because she was close to Setsuka. Hibiki has been in this state since entering the haunted house. I don't think she can hear me. Aroha, what are you doing? Oh, Sora. Well, this is the crime scene, so it must have the most amounts of clues, right? So I was trying to investigate this place, but... Oh, with Setsuka's body over there and this smells of blood. You don't have to force yourself to search here, Aroha. As Nikkei said, leave this place to us and investigate some other places in the meantime. No, I'll do what I can. The ghost house seems to be the key place in this case. And that reminds me, I saw Hibiki entering this place just before and... Hibiki? I thought she was resting in her room today. I don't know about that, but I saw her when I was heading to the Mirror Mansion at 6 p.m. to meet up with Setsuka. She was using her handbook to enter this place. What's wrong, Sora? Nothing. It's just what you said might prove to be very crucial evidence to this case. Thank you. And don't force yourself to investigate the body. So, you take care of things. You can, Aroha. Okay, thanks for being so considerate, Sora. Hibiki entering the haunted house, and even before the parade meeting of all times. Was she just entering this place for no reason, or was she... She died in such a dreadful, terrifying way. Don't you agree? Even I feel disgusted by this horror. Your face says otherwise. What meaning do faces have to a person like me? I guess it's because Mikado's not just trash, but a psychopath that he can't empathize in this situation. Sora, I think you forgot to say that in blue font. I guess it's because Mikado's not just trash, but a psychopath that he can't empathize in this situation. He's so funny. Shobai, are you investigating the body? By the way, it's nice seeing you investigate compared to the last trials anyway. Hey, can you move? I'm trying to think here. Why is he suddenly investigating? He was sleeping last time. He probably doesn't know this time. Damn it! Nikkei, how goes the investigation? Well, I'm not exactly knowledgeable enough to do an autopsy. What's Shobai doing? I don't know, he's silent. I wonder what he's thinking. The victim is Setsuka Chiebukuro. The time of death is unknown. The body was found inside the altar of the haunted house from Block A. The neck, shoulders, wrists, thighs, and ankles were cut, dismembering the body into 10 pieces. The torso is also missing. The murder weapon is a sharp object. The bones of the severed arms and legs have cracked traces. It's Setsuka's corpse that has been laid on the altar. It's been butchered to pieces. Ugh. I thought I had a pretty strong stomach. But this is too much.
Oi.
Hey, you don't have to force yourself. I'll cover the body for you. Nikkei. No, I appreciate the thought, but let me investigate as well. The more people that investigate, the easier the class trial will be. If you say so. Excuse me then. Ugh. It's horrible. It's just horrible. Setsuka's corpse was dismembered so that each part was on top of each pillar on the altar, just as the monochrome file said. I didn't notice them before, but each pillar had the Chinese letter for each body part written on it. Actual psychopath did this. Like, this is not going to be the case of the third trial in the first game, where it was basically a lose-lose situation. It was either kill your classmate or kill a bunch of orphans that were children. No. This definitely wasn't something like that. This is just someone's literally sadistic. And the body parts were laying so that each letter matched accordingly. So they went along with attraction gimmick. The sign in front of the altar said the following. Sacrifice the body of your most precious one. Then the devil will be summoned to grant your wishes. There's no way the killer actually believed this, right? Even if they did, butchering someone else's body is barbaric, disgusting, and simply inhumane. This was probably a copycat crime, just like with Kokoro's case and the curse of the Yuki Onna. I decided to take a closer look at each body part, trying my best not to throw up while doing so. I first looked at the chest area laying in the center of the altar. The edges were trimmed off extremely clean. I could tell that this was the work of a professional. Jeez. Is this going to be another, oh, someone's a serial killer? The monochrome file mentioned the torso being missing. And sure enough, so it was. Her stomach below the solar plexus was completely missing. It doesn't seem like they hid it somewhere else in here. And where did the culprit put it? Why did they only take the torso away? It seemed pointless to worry about that now, so I moved on to the other parts. Ugh. Come to think of it, there was another detail about the corpse that the monochrome file mentioned. Bruises. There were traces of bruises on each body part. As I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert on this matter, but the bruises raise a new question. The murder weapon was something sharp, so the bruises weren't the direct cause of Setsuka's death. That would mean that after Setsuka died, or just before she died, the culprit for some reason damaged each body part to cause bruises. But what caused those bruises? This could be crucial evidence. I looked into the corpse for a few minutes more, but I wasn't able to find any more notable details. That, and I wasn't able to investigate the body anymore in its horrifying state. Are you alright? I told you not to overwork yourself. I'm fine. I can't just gloss over the body when there's a class trial coming up, right? That aside, you became very friendly, Nikkei, even if we're on a truce. It feels like you've reverted back to when we first met. Well, the situation called for it. Why? Is there a problem with that? No, thanks. I'll go search the other areas. What the actual hell is wrong with the killer? That's so gross. Oh my god. It's the fireplace. There's a small bonfire lit here originally, but that burned out with the blackout. Somebody did this to get rid of all sources of light from the haunted house. The fireplace, obviously, is connected to the chimney horizontally and acts as a way to get rid of the smoke inside. It's quite small. I feel like they somehow had to spread the Like, how did they do this in the time between when Sora investigated here and left? Because she would have smelled the blood, don't you think? Even if the lights were out? Or, like, she definitely would have seen, like, how did they set up that body so fast? I looked inside the fireplace just in case. The smell of ashes and dust welcomes my face. The fireplace itself is quite large, but the chimney inside was quite long and short. No Santa is going to make his way to deliver presents through this small pathway. Huh? As I was checking the chimney, I was able to find something totally unexpected. What are these? Black plastic bags? There are some used up black plastic bags thrown away amongst the firewood. Are those the blood bags, maybe? I almost didn't notice it with being black and this place being so dark. Was this always here? Today was the first and only time that the fire was put out. If that was here before, it would have already melted from the fire. Perhaps these are traces left by the culprit. This looks to be crucial evidence. They kind of look like the blood bags. Look how... This is horrible. It's a folding screen with an ominous picture reminiscent of hell itself. Huh? Hold on a minute. Was it always located this up front? Feeling that something was off, I checked behind the screen. Oh. The folding was originally located right next to the wall, but it was moved out a bit forward. And in that space, there's now a space big enough to fit a human being, but more importantly, this blood. There was a large pool of blood in the space behind the folding screen. So much that it would make large sloshes when stepped on. What does that mean? For there to be this much blood behind this hidden space behind the screen? On closer look, all the blood trails leading up to the altar originated from this place. Was the folding screen like this when we were searching for Setsuka? I guess I didn't check it thoroughly with this place being so dark. Even now with the dim light, it was hard to notice until I got real close to it. But one thing was for sure, there was enough space for someone to hide behind the screen. Is that where they killed her? Like behind it? The folding screen. I should write this down. Or maybe the black bags. I don't know, they looked like the shape of blood bags, so that's why I said that. But they could also be, to like cover up, the culprit so that like Setsuka's blood didn't get all over them and they could like pretend to be innocent. Shinji, what are you doing?
Whoa, it's Sora investigating hard as usual.
Could you stop doing that? It makes me feel like I'm some sort of big boss of a Yakuza clan.
So sorry about that. I was looking into the gate records.
The gate records?
Yeah, Yuki told me that with this island, we can keep track of our alibis using the gate records. I didn't fully understand what he meant by that, so I was looking into it. Yuki's got the better brain between us, so I've got to listen to him. But as you can see, I'm not good with machines. I barely even use the handbooks.
The gate records. Yuki has a point. After all, the murder definitely seems like it happened inside Satsuki land. And although our names don't show up, we can try to validate our alibis using the timestamps shown on it. I'll help you out.
Thank you. If you push the panel here, the screen does show up, but...
You need to slide the screen like so. See, you got a record of all the people who passed the gates for each day.
Whoa, the technology these days is amazing.
Amazing? Even mobile phones these days all have at least this level of technology. Have you been living under a rock?
I'm sorry, I don't know much about this stuff.
Let's see, for today's records... That's a lot of lines. No, considering what happened today, there isn't much new info about it. The 4 records listed as 1958 are back when you, Yuki, Kaneda, and I were searching for Setsuka.
Oh, you're right. And the gate system was turned off after the body was found, so we were the last people to enter this place recorded by this. Then we should take note of the 5 records between 1755 and 1942.
Well, the ID here that went inside at 1924 and went out at 1936, that's gotta be me, so we only need to check the other 3.
If that's you, how can you be sure when your name doesn't show up?
Even if it's just the ID, I do remember the time that I went inside. I mean, it's only been an hour since then. This was back when we had split up to search for Setsuka.
I see. Sora, did you see anyone while you were inside the haunted house?
No, no one actually. There wasn't anyone nor any blood trails and corpses for that matter. If there was, I would have told you immediately. Please believe me on this.
No, it's not that I don't believe you. But by these records, you went out at 1936 and somebody else had gotten out of the ghost house 6 minutes later. So that would mean there was somebody inside when you had entered the ghost house back then.
Huh, you're right. The ID WN2LB7, this person went inside at 17:55. So that would mean this person stayed inside during 17:55 to 19:42. Almost 2 hours? But I didn't find anyone there. It's got to be Hibiki, because Roja saw her go in. And 2 hours, that's like the time of the parade. Right?
Am I the only one who got the chills here? So that ID must be the culprit, right? The culprit must have entered the ghost house at some point. So they must have hid themselves somewhere inside when you came in.
Is that so? I guess I could have missed someone with the blackout and everything.
So if we go over it one last time, WN2LB7 is the culprit who entered at 17:55 to leave at 19:42. HJOIB8, who entered at 19:24 to leave 12 minutes later, is you. Then what about KU5P01, who entered at 17:57? What about that person? There's no out record of them.
That's probably Setsuka. If the case happened at the ghost house and if Setsuka died here, there would be no out record of her, right?
Right, Setsuka.
But one thing I don't understand is, according to these records, both Setsuka and the culprit should have been inside the ghost house when I entered there. But I'm positive I get quite a thorough search inside there. Even if there was a blackout, could I have really missed 2 people? And if that's true, then I could have stopped Setsuka's death while I was in there? I think she was already dead by the point. How did you not smell it though, Sora? That's my question.
Sora, please don't make such a face. It's not your fault. Anyways, we need to catch the culprit who did such a terrible thing. No, we must catch them.
Oh, Shinji, are you trying to cheer me up? How sweet of you. Thanks. You're right. I've got to do my best for Setsuka's sake. I hope Shinji lives. I know he has a low chance because he's buff, but he's a nice dude. These Gates records will probably be important evidence in this case. I should definitely write this down.
Oh, right, Sora. There was something I wanted to ask you.
Yes, what is it?
I was going to visit the swimming pool during the daytime to take my mind off things, and the pool at Block C was prohibited from entering. So I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
Prohibited for entering? What do you mean? First time I've heard such a thing.
Well, there's this picket saying that it was against the rules to use the pool while it was time for pool sanitation. But when we were searching for Setsuka, that picket had been taken down.
Then wasn't it just the case that it was just the pool sanitation time when you went there?
But up until yesterday, we'd used the swimming pool without anything being brought up, so I thought it felt too sudden. Alright then, I'll investigate more of Block A in the meantime.
The pool, Shinji's words do have a point. I should go there and investigate that place as well. Oh, there's something here. This translation is great, but every now and then it's a little goofy sounding. That was one case. I didn't know what he was trying to tell me. Yoriko. Oh, Sasora. Sorry, I wanted to help investigate, but the ghost house, but the smell. It's too much for me to handle. That's what I'm saying. How did she not smell it? Blood is strong smelling. Anyone who would be, but I had to. I had to make sure that I've investigated everywhere. It was difficult for you too. Absolutely. I'm a person too. It's the flower bed decorated next to the haunted house. I doubt there would be anything worth investigating out there. Something was just shining in the bushes. Is this a clothespin? Or a hair clip?
That's a safety pin.
The shining thing was a pin of some sort, probably used to hold something. There were multiple of them on the ground, and were scattered as if something had tried to hide them here. Why would there be pins in a flower bed? With this place being quite close to the crime scene, I doubt that this was just some coincidence. I don't know what they were used for, but they could be evidence. Let's keep them in mind. Okay, Yuki. Yuki, what are you investigating? Oh, Sora. I'm just checking the attraction board records one by one. Ah, I heard it from Shinji. It would be easy to get alibis using the records. He couldn't participate in the investigation of the ghost house, too. This is nothing like Yuri and Kokoro's. What kind of a person would do this? Yes. So I have to do everything I can. Sora, check the records if you have time. I think there's nothing else over here. I think I need to go to the pool, like Shinji said. The pool, according to Shinji, you couldn't enter during the daytime due to pool sanitation. I guess since I'm already here, I could check the gate's records. 5 total IDs, so up to 5 people had used the pool today. Out of these 5 records, the last one must be when we were searching for Setsuka. So that would mean that 2 people entered at the morning and went out about an hour later. If nobody entered since then due to the pool being closed... Huh? Wait a minute, 12:54. Someone entered during this time. This clearly contradicts with Shinji's account, of course. Shinji didn't mention the exact time, but simply referred to the time as daylight. But I think it's safe to assume that 13:54 is in the range of daytime. CN9FU3, whoever this is, they entered at 12:54 and left at 17:25? So the sanitation process must have ended before then. I guess I need to ask Shinji when exactly he went to the pool. But the mystery didn't end there. NU3OD2, who entered at 17:24, there are no records of this person leaving the pool. I thought that the person without the out records back at the ghost house must have been Setsuka. Then why is there also an idea without an out record here in the pool? Were they maybe there until the announcement when the thing shut off? This was 30 minutes before the parade had started. I should have also asked the others if there was anyone who entered the pool during this time. Anything in the actual pool? No. Okay, I think I gotta go talk to Shinji again. Huh. Anything around here? Nope.
Oh, this display is amazing.
Nope, okay. I don't know what to look at now. Like, huh? I guess, I'll look at the monorail, and I'll look at the other places. Oh, okay, there's something here. It's the sign about the monorails. It stops for maintenance every other hour. It will first start at 8 in the morning, and 5 minutes later another one will take its departure in the opposite direction. They're not active during nighttime, so the last train will be at 20 to 21 o'clock. Nothing special to note. The description matches exactly with the one that Monocro gave on the first day we arrived here. It's unknown whether or not the culprit used monorails, but the crime did happen in Satsuki Land. As long as that fact stands, we need to investigate every detail laid out in this whole place. So if we go over the timetable once more, the train takes off from Block B and 2 trains for each different direction exist. The first train departs at 8 in the morning and operates for an hour before going into maintenance for the next hour. There's about a 5-minute gap between each train for each station. And it takes around 15 minutes for the train to take a round trip. So once they take 4 round trips, the hour will be up and both trains will go into maintenance. In other words, the train operates at 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, or basically every other hour. It's a bit over 20 o'clock right now, so the last train of today is operating as of right now. There isn't anything special to note here, so I should just write down the timetable and get over with it. So it's like 8 p.m. right now. Okay, we have not looked at... We're in Block A. We need to look at Block B still. See if there's anything here. Oh, I was right. Those dolls are important. These are the dolls used for the parade. Despite their stupid looks, the performance during the parade was fabulous. Come to think of it, the dolls in Block A and C had switched places during the parade. Taking that fact into account, I decided to investigate the dolls inside the warehouse. These dolls must be the same ones outside the storage room, right? Does that mean that if you program the dolls outside the garage, they can also be made to move by themselves? I checked inside the dolls by opening the zipper on his back, but there was nothing inside. It's just an empty doll suit. What kind of mechanism could make this move on its own? I wonder if these can be used as evidence. Like they were inside it while it was walking. Setsuka must have died around the time of the parade. That would mean that these dolls might be related to the case as well. So it wouldn't hurt to write them down. I'm telling you, those dolls are important. Oh, now what? What am I missing? I don't know what else to click on. Am I missing anything in here? Yellow? Anything at all? Oh, yes I am. It's the fuse box that produces the electricity for the whole ghost house. Oh, this is... Inside, all the electric wires were cut. So this was why the haunted house had a blackout. Although right now, emergency electricity is flowing thanks to Monocro, the person who cut these must be the culprit. This could be used as evidence. I must write this down. What else am I missing? Ah! I got everything in this room. Okay. Yeah, I got everything here. Okay, now what? I'm so confused. I don't think there's anything in this area. Like, I don't think we're finding anything. What the heck? What am I missing? Are you kidding me? What's this? I'd accidentally kicked something while investigating the area. On closer look, it was a bottle of some sort. Let's see here, penicillin. Aren't these antibiotics? Why did they end up in a place like this? This should be back at the infirmary, for them to be in such a place. And to top it off, it wasn't even an empty bottle, but an unopened new package. There wasn't even a needle to go with it, just a full bottle lying around like it's nothing. There's no use thinking about it alone. I should write it down. Oh, thank God. Oh, I can't believe it was the last one was hidden in that dumb corner. Ahem, the investigation going smoothly? I assume that enough time is given for everything to be inspected. The night is almost here. Let us start the fun before it gets too late. I will now open the trial gates. So, everyone gather on the trial entrance on the first floor of the Monocruise. I don't think there's a need for me to mention this a third time, but participation is obligated. I will not allow being late or absent, so keep that in mind. The time's already up? This is bad. I don't think I have the slightest idea about the case. But it's almost nighttime, as Monaco said, and if it gets too late, we might have to proceed to a trial where everyone is sleepy. Well, for me, I did sleep throughout the whole day, so I'm fine, but the announcement has been made, so there's no choice other than to head for the... What? Hibiki, you're still here? Get a hold of yourself, Hibiki. I know you're shocked, but you'll die if you don't make it through the trial. Where's Kanade when you need her? Did I just step on something, or... What? The thing I stepped on while approaching Hibiki was a hairpin, and it looked quite familiar. It had the shape of a 1/8 musical note. Why is this? I mean, of course the owner is right in front of me, duh. Hibiki, please wake up. Your hairpin was right here on the ground. Really? Why should I be the one doing this? So this is how Kanade feels all the time. Hibiki, come on. Here, grab my hand.
Oh, she's here.
Sora, why were you so late? Sorry, I was trying to bring Hibiki here. Hibiki? Sis. She's been standing still ever since she saw Setsuka's corpse. I think she had quite the shock. If I didn't bring her here, she might have stood there forever. I would imagine so. Setsuka was especially very important to Mr. Big Sis emotionally, after all. Kanade, she's your family, right? How could you just leave her and make Sora take all the responsibility? I thought she went ahead without me. I didn't think she would just stand there all this time. More importantly, Kanade, please do something about this. If this goes on, she won't be able to participate in the trial at all. Sis. It's alright, come on, sis. Here's a good girl. You know I can solve anything for you. I'm always on your side. Everything's going to be fine, so just forget everything, clear your mind. Leave it all to me. Kanade. Huh? What's going on? Where are we? This is the class trial grounds. Why are we here?
Oh, well, what's up with her?
Seems like she was taken out of her trance by my consolation. But she seems to have lost some of her memory as a side effect. Sis, Setsuka is dead. We need to do a class trial. Suka's dead? What's that supposed to mean? Just now? Wait, what do you mean by that? Suka was... No. It's alright, sis. Don't cry. I'll take care of it. From that confidence, I'm guessing that you already know who the culprit is. Kanade? I see that everyone has gathered. Let's get started then. Take the elevator in front of you to enter the trial grounds. I will be waiting for you down there. Foo.
So here we go again. Damn it, I'm so tired of this already.
We can continue our talk at the trial. So the third trial will start soon. This case in particular felt like something was different this time. Maybe that was just me. But we did our best to investigate every detail. All that's left is for us to find out the Blackened together. We gotta talk to everyone first. We're getting small. We have to do this. I'm scared.
I don't know anything. Damn it. Why can't I be like them?
Will we survive this trial? It's scary, but we can't run away.
We can't let there be any more victims.
Setsuka. It's going to be fine. It will be fine. Deep breaths. I don't want to die either, you know. I'll be doing my best in this class trial. Did I call it? I did not click. Did I click on Shinji? I don't remember.
We can't let there be any more victims.
Well, I did now if I didn't before. Let's do this, baby. The elevator, as always, made heavy metal sounds as it slowly descended downwards. And like always, nobody said a word. It's as if an unspoken rule we should remain silent for now. I have no idea what the other students are thinking about in this moment. Or what the Blackened amongst us is scheming right now. Ooh, it's blue. So you come, now hurry to your seats, off with it. Whoa, what's with the rush? Do you have any idea what time it is now? It's already nighttime. It's bad for your health to sleep late. So as your teacher, I'm just trying to save some time. Do you really think anyone here is worried about their health right now? How can the same person worry about their health in a life or death situation like this? Move, hostess girl, into your seat. We've got no time to waste. What's gotten into all of... Yuriko, calm down. We know we can just ignore that guy. Don't tire yourself out trying to argue with him and focus on the trial. There's already 5 death portraits, so there's only 11 of us left. And someone amongst those 11 will die at the spot. Well, granted that we get the killer right, that is. Mom! Dad! Sis, stop crying. We need to find the baddie who killed Setsuka. Setsuka's death must have been painful. To tear a person's body like it's a toy.
I cannot forgive such an act. Both Emma and Hajime committed terrible acts as well. But this went too far. We're not dealing with the culprit. We're dealing with the monster. How could you do such a thing to a friend that we bonded with?
Bro. I agree. We could always depend on Setsuka. If we knew this was going to happen to her, I would have tried to get closer to her. You crying? Says who? Everyone, we needed everyone's help to find the killer this time. Whatever their objective may have been, they went too far. Well, let's avenge Setsuka's death. Very well. It seems like you're all mentally prepared. So let's start the show. Dead or alive, the third class trial. Setsuka. Oh, don't show me that again. It's so graphic. The always caring, dependable Setsuka. I'm surprised it was only one murder in this chapter. It's chapter 3. I thought for sure there'd be like a second death. We would have been doomed if it weren't for her support all this time. I don't know what we're going to do without you from now on, but for now, we will avenge you. We will find the devil who made you suffer so much. Their identity will be revealed here and now. Look how many are pink. It's so sad. With everyone preparing themselves, we now stand on the path of life or death. The trial of life or death. The lies of life or death. The betrayals of life or death. The truth of life or death. The excuse of life or death. The trust of life or death. Life or death. The class trial. to save?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I have 46. The firing speed for truth bullets. Maybe. That one's good. Yeah, that one I need. That one I need. Two that one's really good. Ugh. Allows you to save after every phase. I'm gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna do this one instead. Wait, no, I have to get rid of both of them? I really want that save feature, though. And then I need Taru's to get other people's stuff, so we're just gonna go do this. We will get Shobai's skill eventually, but I think that Setsuka's is better. Alright. Alright, that seems like a good place to stop, and we can pick up right at the start of the third class trial. Wow, I can't believe we're already here. That was brutal. Like, what they did to Setsuka. It's messed up, dude. Wow. Anyways, if you liked this video, please leave me a like and a comment. I love reading all of your thoughts and theories. And subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out me, and it helps out my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you're watching this video. I hope it's fantastic. And with all of that being said, I will see you next time when we start the third class trial. Later.